and welcome to another episode of Top 5 Friday. Just to give you a little bit of a quick update, I'm now going to be doing this show every other week, so there's going to be 2 episodes per month. Now, unfortunately, there were lots of really good comments in the last video, but nobody suggested a theme for what I should do for the next topic. So for this first episode of 2013, I've decided to use my initiative a little bit. I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to do the top 5 games which I think are going to double in price by the end of this year. So this is really a great opportunity for collectors to maybe pick up these games, because I really think that these ones are going to rocket in price over the next 12 months. So let's get on with the show. In 5th place we have International Superstar Soccer 2000. Now, the reason why I think this game is going to rocket in price is because it's getting really hard to find this one, especially complete in box in North America. Now, this game, even in the PAL region, is still one of the more uncommon games. I wouldn't say it's rare, it is quite uncommon. Last year I saw the price of this one double, so I think it's actually going to do the same again. What I've noticed as well is there's a lot of North American and worldwide buyers picking up the PAL version of this one, just because the North American version is so hard to find. So that's why it's in 5th place. It's not the hardest game to find, but I do think it's going to double in price by the end of this year. In 4th place, we have Taz Express. Taz Express is a PAL exclusive game, so normally the region specific games, the price of those does hold quite strong. What you find within the Nintendo 64 is that the PAL exclusive games have never been that sort of highly regarded by collectors, because normally if a game is really good, it is released all across the world. What you'll find with Taz Express is, even in the PAL regions, again, it's getting harder to find this one, especially in good complete in box condition. And now, as a lot of North American collectors get towards either completing their North American sets, or they get towards completing their complete sets, they're going to be looking for these games which are maybe harder to find. You can't get that in North America unless it's a PAL version. And that's why I think that game will double in price this year. In at number 3, we have Mortal Kombat 4. Mortal Kombat 4, with the Nintendo 64 having so few fighting games, generally the ones which are good, the price is either going up or it's holding steady on those. Mortal Kombat 4 is probably one of the better Nintendo 64 fighting games. Really good game. The price of that one probably went up by about 25% last year. This year I think again it's going to start going up on this one. I'd expect people to be paying around £40 complete in box here in the PAL region. If you're in North America, you can figure that out. And also bear in mind, these predictions are based on the UK market. So if you're in North America, maybe some of my games on my list are not going to be sort of as relevant to you. But again, it's also worth keeping an ear out for these games, because they may be worth picking up if you're looking to either resell or trade. In 2nd place, I'm going to put Turek III. Turek III was obviously part of the Turek series, and a lot of people, what happens is when they get their collections, they'll get a large number, and then they start going to complete specific sets of games. So for example, they'll get all the games which are made by Rare, all the games which are made by Konami. With Turek III, they'll be wanting to get hold of this game to complete their Turek quadrologies, because there's 4 Nintendo 64 games in the system. Turek III came out really sort of towards the end of the Nintendo 64's life to an extent, making it one of the less common games to come across and find. It's actually what I'd consider to have maybe the best graphics on the system as well. Here in the PAL region, again, the price last year went up by about 40% based on previous years. This year I think that for this game here in the PAL region, you're going to be looking at paying, I would imagine, pretty soon the sort of £60 to £80 mark complete in box. So this is definitely one to get hold of. If you see it, buy it, because the price is only ever going to go up on this one. And so at number 1, the game that I think is going to increase the most in value over the next 12 months is Mystical Ninja 2. Now, this game's absolutely fantastic. The first game's, I'd still say, is uncommon. This game's now I'd class as being a rare game complete in box. The game itself is really good. It's got a great co-op mode. Really fun to play. It didn't sell as well as the first one, because I think a lot of people were hoping for another 3D adventure game, so they maybe skipped this one. It's also quite uncommon, going on to Rare to find. In terms of the price on this one, I bought this one for £30 a year ago. I haven't seen one sell on eBay for less than 60 over the last year. Now I've actually seen some popping up for around £100 plus. This is one that you definitely need to get hold of now, and unlike some of the other games on the list, this is actually a really fun game to play. So I'd definitely recommend that at all costs. If you're going to get one Nintendo 64 game this month, you buy yourself Goemon 2 or Mystical Ninja 2. because it is really going to rocket in price as it has done over the past 12 months. So what are your predictions for games that you think are going to rocket in price over the next 12 months? Let me know in the comments below. And if you have any suggestions for what I should do in the next episode of Top 5 Friday, give me a theme. Maybe you want to see my top 5 games that are made by Rare, maybe my top 5 driving games. Anything that you'd like me to see me do a top 5 of for Nintendo 64, just leave a comment below. And if you have enjoyed the video, remember to hit that like button. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon.